So a psychological horror game made by David Szymanski. We're back with Iron Lung Guy! Yay! Fingerbones is intended to be completed in a single sitting. There is no save function. It is suggested that you set aside about half an hour to complete it. To exit, visit the door you started at. WASD to move. Left mouse button to interact with the environment. Press escape to toggle this screen. Press I to invert the mouse. There. Damn, that's bright. Is there anything in the environment that can tell me shit about this? Doesn't look like it. But we're trapped in a room. It's my weekend to get Katie, but I'm really not in the mood. I distracted her with the TV and came here to read. I couldn't interest myself in reading, so I tried to write. I couldn't write anything more than the usual handful of disconnected thoughts and theories. Medication didn't help, and divorce certainly didn't help. Because I am not depressed. I am enlightened. This is the result of 2 decades of scientific education and philosophical pondering. This is the price of knowledge. Okay. When I was 15 years old, I lost my virginity. I shook uncontrollably the entire time. I felt that same primal excitement yesterday night in the cellar. I didn't need to know that. I really didn't. It appears to be a page from a manuscript. Pop morality is too reliant on emotions and not reliant enough on rational thought. If morality must be determined, and I maintain that it is a farce, it should not be determined by feeling. Feelings are nebulous, subjective, and changeable. Rather, it should be determined by thinking. Actions of a natural creature are natural and thus moral, unless a concrete scientific reason can be given to prove them as immoral. Bold claims. Huh. Well, that makes my life much easier. Thanks. I don't know why I'd use my daughter's name as a door lock code in my survival bunker, but whatever keeps her happy, I suppose. She's like her mother, a delicate, fragile version of her mother. Damn her. Do you hate your daughter, perhaps? I worry a bit about your relationship with your child. It's a lot of cobwebs. Anything I'm missing? Anything at all? Is that a pen? Why are those windows open but those ones aren't? Why do I have so many knives? Screwdriver, knife, knife, also knife. Oh, what is that? It's out of place. yucky. It's finally happened. The whole world is a chaos of thunder and screams, and when the ashes settle, we will all be wild animals again. I'm ecstatic beyond words. I haven't been able to reach Lynn for several days. She's probably dead for all I know or care. But Katie was here when it started, and I have no idea what to do with her. Most of the town is dead. Katie and I only survived because we ran to the bunker. Perhaps this is what I've needed. Freedom from all the irrational rules and inane social values. Just pure, beautiful survival. I'm a little worried about your views. The tool room has been her name for years now, and I can't bring myself to change it. I boxed up everything that isn't practical and useful. I burned all the books that weren't for scientific edification. I'd like to store the boxes in the cellar, but I can't get them down the ladder by myself. I just piled them up near the hatch. The blood would probably ruin them anyway.
The blood?
What do you mean?
The blood?
Okay, so what was her name? Lynn. So I go back upstairs to the keyboard, type in Lynn. And that should unlock something else. Lynn. Yep. I'm assuming that unlocks this. Yeah. Oh no, crying. Eee. There are things I've wanted to do for years, desires I've kept locked in the back of my consciousness. It's been nearly a year since I've seen a woman, and now I realize there's no practical reason to keep those desires locked up anymore. Yeah, my suspicions were correct. This guy likes kids! She remembered Father's Day and drew me a picture. I don't understand her. She's just like her mother. She wants to waste time drawing pictures, and we're barely able to find enough food to survive. I turned her crayons into candles. We need more candles in case the generator goes out again. And it helps break up the monotony. I yearn for the excitement of those first weeks. The crying is coming from that room, isn't it? I changed the storage room code to something I can easily remember. NNY. The rest of the word is missing. I will try to get you out of there. I am so sorry your horrific father did this to you. Maybe it's Lynn backwards. NNYL. Am I the horrific father? I better not be the horrific father. I better be some straggler. NNYL. Yep. There's no more crying. I I am a bag of DNA, and I exist to make more of myself. I married and produced a daughter because my genes demand reproduction. I wrote books and created because creativity served a survival advantage to my ancient ape ancestors. I built this place, took refuge in it, and spent hours thinking up silly little artificial laws to live by, because my forefathers built cities and societies to allow time and peace to reproduce and to protect their genes. Dreams, loves, opinions, desires, beauty, innocence, figments of our collective primordial imagination, fleeting electrical signals that fire across our synapses for a pointless moment in time. They used to serve a purpose, and now they are needless confusion. And here I am, the last man on Earth for all I know, ready to be freed from them. I don't know where you are, but I want to help. It opened the hole in the wall. Fingers. The cellar is freedom. There's only enough food for one. So she's going to die anyway, and I'm free now. Freedom. It took the end of all humanity for me to find freedom. It seems to have been torn from a diary. She finally died last night. I don't know whether from starvation, dehydration, or blood loss. I threw her body into the woods, her fingers, my anti-religious artifacts, my testaments to moral and intellectual freedom, are locked in the safe upstairs. I am content in the knowledge that I haven't done anything wrong. The father didn't know why he'd come back after all these years, starving and tired. He just wanted to see the cellar one last time. With one last flicker, the flashlight died and he was left in the pitch dark. He sat down on the cold floor and closed his eyes. He could still hear her, even now. It was peaceful here in the cellar. It was free here in the cellar. That was uncomfortable and left a really bad taste in my mouth. I think the reality is worse than what I assumed. I'll see you on Friday.